So hello, you're very welcome. And I'm just going to do a small centering, a short pranayama exercise, so a breathing exercise, some gentle movements, and a relaxation series. So we're going to do two different videos and split it up into two half-hour sessions. Now, if you're in your own home, it might be nice to get a pillow or a blanket and something to sit up on. So if you look, I'm sitting up on a height, and that enables me just to have the legs gently crossed. I have the wall behind me if I want a little bit of support. If for any reason it's not comfortable for you to sit with the legs crossed, then you can just bring the legs out in front, bend at the knees, take the feet to the ground, and just sit nice and comfortably up with the back against the wall and feel the support of the back. So most importantly, get yourself nice and comfortable. I also put a blanket underneath my ankles and my calves. Just A, keeps my feet nice and warm, and it also just relaxes that ankle joint. So when I cross here at the calves, it just gives that little bit of space for my ankles, and allow yourself just to come to sit in a comfortable position. Make sure that you're warm, and just bring yourself to a point of stillness. Allow your eyes to gently gaze. Keep the eyes open. Take a point just in front of you, and allow the gaze of the eyes to become soft. And although we are aware that the eyes are seeing, we no longer have a conversation about what the eyes are looking at. You can hold thumb and first finger gently together and just make a simple mudra with the fingers, thumb and first finger. Seals in the energy of the body. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then when you think that the eyes, the focus of the eyes is becoming soft, just allow the eyelids to gently meet. And the moment that the eyelids meet, you think of them just as that, as lids that close off the outside world. And for the next half hour, you take a journey within yourself. Take yourself to a point of stillness and allowing ourselves just to be here present on the mat. So I become aware of the physical body, the parts of the feet that are touching the mat. Really feel the sides of the feet, which parts of your feet are in contact with the floor, with the earth. Feel the contact points of the calves. Feel the contact points of your hands resting on your thighs. Feel the contact points of the right side of your sitting bones and the left side of the sitting bone and the tailbone. Let the energy of these just softly sink down into your support. Releasing any tension out of the thighs, the knees, the calves, ankles, soles of the feet. Feel that you're sitting onto the front of the sitting bones, the back of the sitting bones. Let the energy of the tailbone once again just release down towards the earth. Take a moment here to connect to the energies of the tail. Now with effortless effort, we take the awareness to the spinal column. Turn the hands around and just let the hands rest, palms down to the crease at the top of the thigh, and just let the hands rest here. And just notice what this movement of hands has done. Slightly opens the chest, draws the shoulders open very slightly. Take the awareness to the tailbone, as though there's a light coming up each side of the spinal column, through the back of the navel, through the center of the rib cage, through your heart center. Feel the spine separating and growing through the back of the neck, growing up to the crown of the head. And then allow the shoulders to descend away from the ears. And this time just move the hands, right hand on top of left, palms facing up, and rest the hands at the base of the spine, thumbs gently touching. Lift the shoulders up, roll the shoulders round very slightly. You can keep the eyes closed. Just lift the shoulders up so that everything we feel, we're just dropping any tension out of the shoulders. Lifting up, rolling the shoulders backwards. Can you go anti-clockwise? So just draw the shoulders up, go the opposite direction. Just do a few little shoulder rolls and then bring the shoulders right up as far as you can. Scrunch them up to the ears and then just drop them. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, drop. Inhale, bring them up, scrunch. Exhale, drop. Do two more. Inhale, scrunch them up. Exhale, drop. Inhale, up. Exhale, drop. Notice all of the tension falling out of the shoulder joints as you release them. The space between the ears and the shoulder blades increasing. The back of the neck lengthening. Then take your awareness to your jaw. And if it feels good, you can give a little movement of the jaw. But just make sure you're releasing any tension out of this. And the best way to do this is just to have a slight gap between the teeth, particularly into the back teeth. And then allow the tongue to rest fully. Go right to the root of your tongue. And as you really allow the tongue to rest, feel the effect it has on the neck, on the jaw, on the skin and the inside of the mouth. Connect to the energies of the inner ears, the right inner ear, the left inner ear, the outer right ear, outer left ear, the right cheek, left cheek, to the nose, behind the nose. We take the awareness once again to the right eyelids, to the left eyelids, and the gentle point of contact between right eyelids and left eyelids, the top eyelid and bottom eyelid. And with the internal gaze, just look to the line and soften this point of contact. And gently take the awareness from the eyes towards the back of the head. Soften the skin on the forehead. The awareness to the top of the head, back of the head, right side of the head, left side of the head. And as we sit here, we allow ourselves just to be for a moment. So the tools of yoga, we have our mudra, that is the touch of our hands and of our fingers. And where we feel the gentle touch of the thumbs and the seal of the energy. We feel the grounding element of the physical body. The energy of the straight spine and the flow of prana throughout our body. And this energy, this life force, our prana, enters the body at the tip of the nostril. The eyes closed and the internal gaze, just look towards the tip of your nostril. And notice the breath coming in. And the breath leaving the body. Breath enters the body. And if you notice, there's a very subtle difference between the right nostril and the left nostril. Just notice predominantly as you breathe here for a few breaths. Which nostril are you predominantly breathing through at this moment in time? So full awareness now for the next 2 breaths. A gentle breath entering at the tip of your nostrils to the bridge of your nose. From the bridge of your nose to the tip of your nostrils. The next new breath, the next moment of our life. Tip of the nostril. Bridge of the nose to tip of the nostril. Now just allow the chin to fall towards the chest. Feel the nice physical stretch to the back of the neck. And although the eyes are closed, the internal gaze down towards our heart. And very gently, as you raise the head up, opening the eyes. And we'll start with a few just little stretches to the neck. This time dropping the head down. Simply rotate the ear towards the shoulder. Keep an awareness of breath, inhaling. Exhaling over to the side, left side this time. Dropping the chin down to center. And gently rotating the ear towards the shoulder. Drop chin to chest. And rotate the ear towards the shoulder. Notice the effect that the movement of the head has on the movement of the spine. So the heaviest part of the body, where we must move the head with complete awareness. Then bringing the head back down, chin down to chest, very gently raising the head up. And this time we're simply going to allow the ear, so right ear to fall down towards right shoulder. You'll feel that stretch down the side of the neck. Then taking the hand out, connect to the earth. And let it go. If you want to add a little bit more, you can just raise the head, this hand up, the left hand up. It doesn't go higher than shoulder. And it just releases down. You just feel that increases that stretch very slightly. And I keep the mudra here. As I allow that stretch to happen. So it's down this side of the body we're feeling it. Drawing up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. One more, inhaling up. Exhale. Feel the touch of the fingers to the earth. Draw the head back up. Other side, so chin mudra in this hand, thumb and first finger together. And take this hand down. Now from there, allow the ear to fall down. And as we raise this hand up, just become aware of what that does as you extend into your fingers. And then bringing the hand back down to touch the earth. Inhale, clawing up. Exhaling over. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhaling up. Exhale, let it go. One last one. It's a wee pump. An old-fashioned water pump. It just pumps that breath. What it does is you feel you're creating space. And then bring the head back up. So all the movements of yoga really just creating space for the breath. And we're going to continue with some pranayama, and I'm aware that you're probably sitting for long enough. So if it remains comfortable, we'll come to sit down. Now, when you come to lie, take your time and make a bed for yourself. So take your blanket and have a blanket near to you that you can use So a blanket on the ground to lie on. And I would have another blanket beside you, and you can always pause this and go and get another blanket if you need to. If you really feel that the chin is falling up at the back when you bring the head back, then put something underneath your head. In yoga, we would rather even use a good square blanket underneath your head rather than a pillow, because you don't want a lot of raise up in the neck when you come to lie, because we want the neck to be in neutral alignment. Neither do you want the chin particularly tucked in. So you just want the neck to be comfortable when you come to lie down. So when you come to lie, bring your feet so that your feet are in a nice straight line. Even if I do the feet this way, just so you see. So when I'm coming down, I want the ankles and the knees and the hips to be in a nice straight line. So from there, put the hands down to the side body and just shift your tailbone towards your heels. And this will enable me so that when I lie down, I'm going to then feel each vertebrae in the back coming down to lie and take a comfortable lying position. Now, for most of us, that will be where the feet are bent. Now, I'm going to lift my tailbone and just draw my tailbone, lengthen my tailbone towards my heels, which is going to make my lower back that little bit more comfortable, and resting the hands down onto the ground. So I have this nice solid base, and if you see then my neck is just lying in a neutral place. I have movement in the back of the neck and my shoulders. Sometimes even when the blanket is underneath the shoulders just very slightly, it adds that little bit more support to the neck. You're going to stay lying down, but I'm going to sit back up so that you can see what I'm doing with my hands. So you and me lying, and I will roll up and come to sit. So what I'm doing sitting up, you're going to do lying down. I'm going to sit up so that you can clearly see the positioning of my hands, because that's important. So the next little exercise is a pranayama exercise. And it begins here. So here, go to the navel and then put your hands in. So you're still lying on the ground. You put your hands here. So just above the navel, but below the breastbone. So here, this is the abdominal breath, and it's the first part of the 3-part breath in yoga. And so we're just going to breathe in here. Now, the first part of the breath, we're going to do in a horizontal line. So in a while, we'll do a vertical breath up, but for this stage, I want you to think of the breath almost like a rubber ring. And this rubber ring is we're going to expand this part of our bodies around. So the breath is going to move in a 3-part way in. It's going to go to the front of the body, to the side of the body, and to the back of the body. But for now, I just want you to feel it to this part. So we're just going to tune in and see if we can find the breath in here. Putting our hands onto this part of the body will draw the breath in here. So breathing in. And breathing out. So you might notice the movement of the breath goes front, side, back, in, and out from the back body, side body, front body. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Just connect to the energies here. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3. Out. 1, 2, 3. In. 1, 2, 3. Out. 1, 2, 3. Now I want you to continue with 5 breaths here, and I'll count. So all I want you to do is the 1, 2, 3, and I want you to talk the 1, 2, 3 to yourself. So in, and it's 1 to the front, 2 to the side, 3 to the back, and it's coming out in 3 parts. Why I want you to count it is my 3 will not be your breath, and I want your breath to be absolutely comfortable. So you breathe and just gently in with a count of 3, out to a count of 3. Full awareness to this part of the body, to the abdominal breath. In, 1, 2, 3. So the inhale and the exhale become even. The breath is of quality, not quantity. Focused breath. Precision breath. Eyes are closed. Your body is comfortable, your body is warm, and your focus is just on the breathing. So if at any point you feel a discomfort in the body or you want to put something around your feet or a blanket around you, make sure that you are warm and comfortable so that your full focus can be on the breath. Now the second part of this breath is up here into heart center. And the movement here, just onto the heart, just connect to the energy. So there's a lovely energy that you feel here. And it's just right here in the center of your chest. And when I breathe into here, you feel the movement. So again, it's 1, 2, 3 in, 1, 2, 3 out. And it's as simple as that. Like the breath enters through the nose. The breath leaves through the nose. Now I'm exaggerating that a wee bit. Your breath is just your natural breath. No noise, no deep breathing, just soft and gently. So the more gently I take the breath in, the deeper and the fuller it will go, and I slowly release it from my body again. No strain. I think the breath should flow like warm honey, softly in, softly out. Feeling that beautiful, gentle expansion of the chest. Make it as gently as you can. Soft and gentle through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Keep your count, keep your focus. Then the next, we're just going to move the hands up, and this time it's just here at the very base of the neck and of the throat. Now I'm not leaving any pressure here. I'm just very gently laying my hands here, one hand on top of the other. And what this really does is even the heat of your hands just draws the awareness to this breath. Now you won't feel much movement here, and especially at the very beginning when you're just beginning to work with the breath. Now I'm not changing, this isn't pranayama, this isn't really even changing your breath. This is the natural breath that comes into your body. And so here when we breathe into the front body, side body, back body, and you're really just trying to feel that third part of the breath that comes into the back of the lung, such a nourishing part of the breath. Just focus here and feel a subtle and very gentle energy here at the throat chakra. In, 1, side is 2, back is 3. Breathing out of the back, breathing out of the side, breathing out of the front. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3. Now keep with it 5 in your own timing, with your own count, full awareness. the count. 1, 2, 3. Out. 1, 2, 3. It's a beautiful energy, isn't it? And it just takes it up. You feel that wee energy connecting up to third eye too as you draw up to these upper chakras. That's such a just a peaceful energy that you feel here. Now when you're still lying down, we're just going to move this now and we're going to change. It's the same wee points of breath, but all you're going to do is do it now in a vertical way. So when I breathe in this time, you're going to put the hands here to this first abdominal breath. The second part, we're going to move the breath up through the body. So the first breath is 1. The second breath is 2 into the heart during the inhale. Third part of the inhale up to the throat. Then as we breathe out from the abdominal 1. We breathe out from the heart for 2. We breathe out from the throat, from the higher chest for 3. So it's breathing in 1, 2, 3, and then out 1, 2, 3. And this is just a very simple, complete breath. So it's in 1, 2, 3. Breathe out 1 from the chest, from the upper chest. 3. Breathe in, abdominal. Breathe into the heart. Breathe into the upper chest. Breathe out to the abdominals. Breathe out to the heart. Breathe out to the upper chest. Now again in your own timing. In 1, 2, 3. Out 1, 2, 3. Now do it in your very own time. You can slow it down, or if it needs to be a little bit quicker, just see how it feels. No strain, so gentle. Feel the breath flow now. One last one. 1, 2, 3. Out 1, 2, 3. And rest the hands down to the side of the body. Just notice the stillness and calmness.